Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we're taking a look forward to May and discussing whether or not the May events from 2020 will return for 2021. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Now we are pretty much coming to the end of all the content that was added in the most recent New Horizons update that dropped back in March in time for April. This update added the likes of the Sanrio villagers and hundreds of Sanrio themed furniture and clothing items, a bunch of upgrades to the custom design app that allowed us to create standees, fans and umbrellas, and of course the latest batch of seasonal events including items for April Fool's Day, Tree Planting Day and Prom Season amongst others. Now this content has more or less been distributed fairly regularly over the last month or so, but given the event item for Nature Day is now available, that pretty much brings us up to date. So what's next? Well, as we near the end of the month, with the last of the latest content now available and no longer time locked, it's around this time Nintendo previews the next wave of content, which is typically through a new trailer. Given we're coming to the end of April, it's likely we'll see a new trailer or an article of some kind focused around a May update, and like many of the previous updates released since the launch of the game, will likely add May's holidays and seasonal events. Now last year in May 2020, we saw two holiday events including Mayday and International Museum Day, two new events that were introduced to the franchise for the first time in New Horizons. In short, Mayday was an event that ran from May 1st through to May 7th and saw players take part in a special limited time Mystery Island tour. Essentially, Tom Nook, the caring guy that he is, would hand over a Mayday ticket in celebration of International Workers' Day so you could travel to and take part in a super fun maze activity. During the event, not only could you earn very valuable bell vouchers, but you could meet Rover, the classic travelling cat character, and unlock his special briefcase. It was a pretty fun and unique event. International Museum Day was another brand new event that ran from May 18th through to May 31st and celebrated within the museum itself in line with the real world celebration. Basically every day during the event, Blathers would set up stamp stations hidden in random locations around the museum so players could take part in a stamp rally and run around collecting various stamps. The goal was to complete the stamp rally in every area of the museum to unlock prizes, including the bug plaque, fish plaque and fossil plaque. Again, although this was over fairly quickly, it was a super fun event and beats just ordering an item from the Nook stop. Anyway, unfortunately, as things stand, assuming you time travel forwards to May, neither of these events are currently scheduled to return to New Horizons and can only be experienced in 2020 and of course if you time travel back, which obviously isn't ideal for new players who have only just jumped into the game or those who play in real time and missed last year's events. So that leaves us with the question as to whether or not these events will return in this year's May update. Of course we don't know for sure, but given the unique nature of these events, it's highly likely. Up until the last update, Bunny Day 2021 wasn't in the game either, however version 1.9 added the event, marking it as the first repeated event since launch. This is a good sign that Nintendo plan to do the same with other significant events that generally run for a week or so, like Mayday and International Museum Day, and will probably add them in the coming weeks. If this is the case, the May update will likely be previewed sometime this week ahead of the May update, as it will need to drop before May 1st, assuming Mayday returns. Assuming these two events follow the Bunny Day trends, it's likely these will be slightly refreshed too, adding a few new items for players who've been playing since launch, so it's just as appealing for old and new players. For example, Rover could add a new Mayday item, and Blathers could add an art plaque, given the art room wasn't included in last year's stamp rally. Anyway, it's worth mentioning that Nintendo have also refreshed Nature Day this year and removed certain mechanics from the event, making it smaller and limited to Nook stop items rather than having access to bonus Nook mile goals during the event. But Nature Day last year was heavily linked to the introduction of Leaf and his garden shop, so it probably isn't the best comparison when looking at events returning as a whole. So with all this in mind and the fact we're probably only days away from the next update, there's a good chance both Mayday and International Museum Day will return and hopefully have slightly refreshed events too. Of course this is just guesswork at this point, but what do you think? Will Rover return to a Mystery Island tour, and will Blathers add an art plaque to the Museum Day prizes? be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, for now, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe, as we're uploading a bunch of New Horizons news as and when it happens. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters, as well as this channel's members. You guys absolutely rock and truly help me upload as regularly as I do. I couldn't do it without you. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too, and of course, if you made it to the end of the video, please comment Rover just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome. And please be sure to include what other special characters you'd like to meet on Mystery Island tours. I'd love to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.